There are some businesses that may not come back, or if they come back, they're going to come back in a format that's just going to redefine the way we interact. So it's not a joke. And then I think the reaction when it started was what just threw people. People panicked. There was a lot of panic, and then the blame game of whether China or how America should respond. America at least will be given credit because we are honest to the data of what people who are dying, who are affected. But again, the media reaction, because we were in an election time and they wanted something to hang on Trump that would make him look bad. And, obviously they succeeded, whether it was by manipulation or by, manifest. But I think, the ball is Biden's court, let him play it, and we're going to have to measure him based on the outcome of his policy initiatives.
Okay, all right. Let me ask you this before we go off. As a one-time contester of the mayor of Dallas, tell me what the Nigerian community over there in Texas, tell me what their reactions are now that Joe Biden has won the election and now that he is the president of the United States of America.
Well, I mean, there are reactions on both sides, positively for those whose candidate won and some sort of disappointment for those whose candidate didn't win. Myself, I've run for mayor. I'm the only and the first native African to run for mayor of a major city. And I did it in less than 8 years of becoming a citizen. So I'm in tune politically, I'm engaged. As to the Nigerian aspect of how they reacted, some of them are Democrats. I'm an unapologetic Republican, because I didn't come here, to be fed anything. I came after college. I already was a matured mind before I came to America. So I'm able to decide what it is I want. The politicians don't give me contract. I'm not in it because of what I get out of it. I'm in it because my father was a politician in Eastern Nigeria. My older sister was a first lady in Gombe State. So I know these things. It's part of my family heritage. So how the Nigerians reacted, just like when I ran for mayor, some of them say, hey, who's going to vote for you? I say, it's not about that. I'm going to run. And a lot of Nigerians are not even citizens. Let's be honest. So when you hear Nigerians, you got to say, who are the citizens who are in a position to vote and who actually understand what they're voting for? Because somebody's in America doesn't really give them all those understanding. A lot of them are on the fringes. A lot of them are marginal. A lot of them cannot even differentiate the difference between the mayor of the city they live in or the city, another city they live in. Because America is a 50 nations called states under one umbrella. So you have to really be invested, knowledgeable, commit to it to understand what is going on. So, for me, I love politics. I love politics for the public side of it, public service, not for the drama. I don't care about the drama politicians oftentimes use, which goes to affect what they're supposed to do for common good, for greater good.
Okay, all right. Ejike Okpa, thank you for your insight. We have to go now. You've really done so much over here. Thank you so much. We really do appreciate your insight. We'll be looking forward to having you on board next time.
Well, thank you for having me on your very appreciative, high class studio. I can see that. I was like, wow.
You're very much welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Ejike Okpa is a community engagement practitioner. Now we still have a guest very much in the studio. And then we'll be wrapping things up with what is trending and then with the security quotes. Now, on what's trending this week, 127 soldiers resigned from Nigerian army. A total of 127 soldiers are exiting the Nigerian army despite the worsening security challenges or situation the military is currently combating in some parts of the country. The soldiers, drawn from various formations of the army across the country, are all the junior cadres who are mostly at the forefront in the field. The military personnel comprising 1 master warrant officer, 3 warrant officer, 22 staff sergeant, 29 sergeant, 64 corporals, even lance corporals, and 1 private will disengage in May, according to a memo seen by Premium Times. The Chief of Army Staff, Tucker Buratai, a Lieutenant General, has since approved their formal disengagement. The list of the exiting soldiers did not distinguish between those embarking on voluntary retirement and those leaving the army on medical grounds, according to the memo signed by T.A. Gagariga, a brigadier general who communicated the approval of their disengagement. The 127 soldiers are to submit all military properties in their possession. Let's see some of the comments that trended on Twitter. Monais says, so 127 soldiers have reportedly resigned from Nigerian army. I'm happy for their decision. The government can't continue to use the army lives as a sacrificial lamb to Boko Haram and bandits. The numbers are still very low. I expect more to resign. This country is not worth dying for. Victor, what are your thoughts on this?
There is a big problem. That's the summary.
Okay.
If 127 is resigning, just in one swoop, how many do we have left? And how many have we recruited? And I think it should also be a cause of alarm to the army management. They should find out what exactly
are they resigning
for. There must have been something, because job is not easy to come by in Nigeria. And here is a young man who has been in the army, and then all of a sudden he throws in the towel. I think we need to do proper due diligence to find out why they decided to take it.
But then I'm concerned about some of the comments that have been flying on social media, like whoever this person is, her name is Monais. She says, so 127 soldiers have reportedly resigned from the Nigerian army. And then she says, the numbers are still very low. I expect more to resign. Now, when someone says this, now such a word have actually gone outside and you cannot take it back because a lot of people had actually read what she's written. Now, my question is, when people speak in public, do they know what those people who has taken up the burden of saving the country, do they know their allegiance they had pledged to save the lives of the people?
You see, that's a big problem too. That comment can go a very long way to demoralizing the few that are even left. And then if she's happy, no problem, she can keep it to herself. If the brother is in the army or the friend is in the army and she wants them to pull out, she has the right to advise them accordingly. But to come out to it's social media. So in social media, you get a lot of things. Anybody throws in how they feel. But that comment to the general army populace will be a very demoralizing one.
Exactly.
And it will dampen their spirit more to remember that their colleagues are living and somebody somewhere in Nigeria is happy, smiling about it. Okay,
then let's end the show with these comments. Before we go on our security quotes. This person is Ekiti One says, real definition of patriotism, Psalm 29, verse 11. I don't know why I like this, but I think I like this. The Lord gives strength to the people. The Lord, we ask, strengthen our troops fighting for our peace and unity. Grant them victory over all enemies of Nigeria. And we say a big amen to that.
That's it. In fact, that's actually what our army deserves right now.
Exactly.
They need all the prayer they can get.